Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and in this video here we're going to be talking about the Manticore farming location in Act 2 of Titan Quest. So this is one of the super bosses in Titan Quest, and he will only spawn on epic and legendary difficulties. To get here, you want to take the Fayum portal in Act 2, which will put you in the Fayum Oasis right here, and then you're going to want to head east through the Fayum Desert and into the Sandswept Cavern, which is right here. Now, you'll find the Manticore at the bottom of this cavern, and it is worth noting that this is a very, very difficult fight. Depending on your build, you're going to have to play this very safely. And there's a reason why the Manticore is worth farming. It's because he has less HP than the end boss of Act 2, and he has a better loot table than the end boss of Act 2. So, if you can basically take down the Manticore before he kills you, then this location will be worth it. However, that's quite hard to do, as you'll see in this video. He has 3 abilities, which are 2 of them aren't very deadly, and 1 of them will one-shot you, and it will one-shot most people. So you have to watch out for that ability. And I will explain to you how to keep an eye on the ability, and we're probably going to die from it because really in order to explain it, I kind of got to get hit by it. And me getting hit by it will most likely kill me. And that is with, well, my poison resist is quite low, which is one of the reasons that it ends up killing me. My physical resist is decent, though. So, initially, let's see. Come on, do your, there you go. There's this Poison Quill ability. Easy to dodge, easy to recognize. That was his one-shot ability. There's his Poison Quill ability. There's his Frost Breath. So those are his 3 abilities. His one-shot ability is that one where he swings his right paw towards you. He lunges and then swings his right paw. Or there you go. He didn't swing his right paw, but he did like a frontal stomp. Like if you ever watch a dog that's like trying to play with its owner, it'll do that. It'll move its front legs. Or he'll like push up his upper body and then bring his front legs down like that right there. And that ability, let me pop all my cooldowns and then we'll get hit by it because I want to show it to you. See that? I still died. Even with Colossus form up with like 8,000 health, it basically one-shot me. And that is the ability you need to watch out for, / the only ability on the Manticore that is very, very, very bad. Even with maxed poison resistance, you're still likely going to die from it. It's a basically 2-part attack. The first attack is a massive physical damage hit, which hit me for about like 5,000, I think. And then the poison dot, which lasts for like 3 or 4 seconds after the massive physical hit. And like I said, it one-shot my Conqueror, so if you're like a caster, it's going to one-shot you too. So, you need to avoid it. And if you can avoid that ability, if you can learn what the graphic is for that ability, and he does it like once every 8 seconds or something like that, if you can learn the internal cooldown and what it looks like when he does that ability, you can easily farm this boss. So, let's pay attention to him a little bit. See, now, if you noticed, we've already, like, basically almost killed the boss. When I mouse over him next time, I'll show you. There you go. There's the ability. So now we just lay into the boss, and he's dead. He doesn't have very much health, but he definitely ouchies. It's basically like a glass cannon boss is the best way to explain it, I guess. And this majestic chest back here is the majestic chest you get for killing the Manticore. So this is where all of your loot or not loot will come from based on that majestic chest. It's worth noting too that if you would like, you can run around this entire cave. The bottom of this cave, there's a lot of other chests and enemies I'll show you here. And a lot of the times you can get another majestic chest in this cave. But it's worth mentioning that the majestic chests in this cave will not have access to a very good loot table. They will, of course, drop items. The bone piles you find in here, too, are capable of dropping any legendary or epic items that can drop up until this point in the game. But you need to remember that we're only in Act 2 right now, which means you can only get items that would drop up until this point of the game and before. So you're not going to be able to get, like, you know, one of the end game items from Act 5 Ragnarok from a Majestic Chest in Act 2. It's just not going to happen. So you got to ask yourself the question, what are you farming for, to know if those are actually worth gathering? So let's do another Manticore run real fast. And it's worth mentioning that if you're farming the Manticore for items, for better loot, you're probably going to find better stuff out of the Majestic Chests as well. It's not like the Manticore has access to the best loot table in the entire game. He just has access to the best loot table in Act 2. Well, on par with the Telkeen from Act 2 as well, I should mention. And now that I've explained the boss fight and basically what to expect and stuff like that, let me give you my strategy, which is, you see me do it last time, but this time we'll explain it, then do it. Basically, you initiate the fight with the Manticore and you bait him out to use his poison, his pounce attack, which is the name for it, I think, in the code. And once he uses his pounce attack, then you go crazy on him for, you know, a couple of seconds, like maybe 5 to 7 seconds, and then you run away and you bait out his pounce attack again. And you just keep doing this over and over and over until you kill him. Usually after the first pounce, I pop all my cooldowns. There's his Frost Breath. There's his pounce. So we're going to pop Colossus for him. We're going to pop Quick Recovery too. There's his whatever. And he's going to do his pounce again, which we need to watch out for.
Need more energy.
Come on, do your pounce. There you go. I think that was it. No, it wasn't it. There you go. That was it. See how I was able to get away from it while still in melee range with him? There you go. Nope. You got to watch out for the Poison Quill and the Pounce have similar animations. So keep that in mind. If he does the... there you go. There's the Pounce. Basically, it's a lunge forward and then he arches his front half of the body up and then brings it down to attack you for a massive hit. And it's a very, very close range melee attack. So long as you avoid that, this boss should not be challenging to you at all. As far as resistances go, you'll want to cap your poison resist, which is a failing on my part. As you can see, negative 32% poison resist. So bad. And lightning resist would help too for his breath, his lightning breath. And that's really it. Poison, physical, lightning. Those are the only things that you really need to worry about during this fight. And then, of course, don't forget at the end to run around and collect the Majestic chests and the other chests if you want. Royal chests aren't too bad either, but I typically leave bone piles. Bone piles can drop legendaries and epics and stuff like that, but much lower chance. It's worth noting, too, that if you have the Atlantis expansion for Titan Quest, sell all the items you don't need, go to Gadir, which is the first town, the main town, slash really the only town in Atlantis, and use the Orb Gambling Merchant. You'll get very, very good gear from that Orb Gambling Merchant. It's where I've geared up like all of my characters except for the monster and frequency. But that's basically all there is to it. That's how to get to the Manticore, take out the Manticore, and everything you need to know. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out, and I will catch you guys around the next video. Peace.